Now, the wizard isn't the only way to create a form in your Access database. We could go with the quick form method that will create it as a form without any questions, without any steps, without next, finished. In order to create a quick form, you simply select the object you would like to create the form on, in our case, TBL customers. Go to the Create ribbon, come across to the Form section, and simply click the Form button. One click, and the form is created. Let's just close the field list. Now the form is created with all the fields from your table, so you can see that they don't all quite fit in one screen view, but they are all there. And I'm currently looking at this form in what's referred to as a layout view. If I go to the views and choose form view, then I see the form in form view and I cannot change any of the layout when I do that, but I can manipulate the data. Now this has created a form in column layout, so I can move from one record to the next. It's also placed me a label in the header, which is the name of the table, and a graphical image to represent a table. Now I need to save this form because it's not been saved. The wizard, when you create a form, does save the form, but this little quick form doesn't. It just creates the form and leaves it on the screen for you then to choose what you're going to do with it, which might be to save it, to use it, to manipulate it. So let's save our form. The suggestion there is to call it TBL customers. That is not a good suggestion because they already have an object called TBL customers, which is my table customers. So I'm going to call it FRM customers, and then at the end put quick form. So I know that this was created using the quick form method. Okay, and that form then appears in my list of forms should I then want to reopen and use it. Because a quick form uses all the fields in the object that you've chosen, that's not usually a good idea to use it directly on a table because it puts all the fields in. The best thing for a quick form is based on a query. So if I close this particular form and create a quick query that just reduces the amount of data we're going to see to be the first name, the last name, email address. Let's have all their address lines and their birth date purchased, and total purchases. So that's a nice restricted query. I see all the records still, but I don't see all of their columns. Let's save that. QRY customers shortened. Okay. And then close, and our query appears in the queries list. If I now select that query, go to Create, and choose our quick form option, creates a form based on that query. So now I have the ability to use a query to restrict the data that I see, and then a form to present that data to the user in a fairly neat and nice layout. If I change the view to form view instead of layout, it loses all those little dotted lines that we will see shortly. So the form created is a column form. Basing it on a query instead of a table allows us to restrict which columns we're going to see in our form. After that, it works exactly the same. I can step through my records forwards and backwards using the navigation bar at the bottom or page up and page down.